Hey everybody, it's Robert Benson here. I'm your course librarian for POLS 1030, American Government. By this point in the semester, you should be thinking quite a bit about Project 2, which requires you to write a longer paper about American government, some issue that you're interested in or care about from your studies in this course. You need to have that project topic approved by Dr. Whaley. My job is to help you understand the tools that are available to you to find information on that topic. And so I'm going to be your partner in using the library for this project. And I thought it'd be a good start to introduce you to a resource I've created, a research guide for political science. Starting at the library homepage here, and then I'm going to go to Research Tools and Research Guides. And you'll see a long list of the different research guides that we've created for different subjects at Roan State. So you might want to explore those on your own. But there is one here in the A to Z list for political science. When I go to that, notice the URL is library.roanstate.edu/political science. So it's really easy to find, should be easy to remember. This page is basically going to give a couple of things for you. One thing is it's going to remind you of who I am and give you an option to email me, call me, that kind of thing. So you can reach out and connect with me if you like. You can also find my team here. So you can call the library at the Harriman or Oak Ridge campus. You can text us. You can email us. When we're online, you can also chat with us. So there's several ways to get in touch with us. And that's really the most important thing I can tell you is when you get stuck, there's help to be had. Okay, so what's this guide about? Well, basically the guide is organized into 4 different tabs. And so the Start Here tab is where you should start. This box right here is called OneSearch, and OneSearch allows you to do a quick search for various books, videos, and articles from the library database. I'll do a whole separate video on that a little bit later, but this is an active search tool that you can use to start finding things in the library. The links under Start Here are to Credo Reference, Oxford Reference, and CQ Researcher. Those are 3 specific databases that I recommend for getting good background information on issues in political science and American government. They are not going to be the only resource that you need, but they're really, really good for giving background information and kind of giving a high-level overview of a topic. So if you're trying to figure out what your topic's about and you want to kind of understand the context, those 3 databases can be really, really good, a good place to go. CQ Researcher and Oxford Reference are kind of like virtual reference shelves. So think about dictionaries, encyclopedias, companions, and handbooks. The kind of ready reference stuff that would use to look up something. So those can be very helpful to you. CQ Researcher I love a lot because CQ stands for Congressional Quarterly, and it is basically a lot of articles that were written to help members of Congress understand the social issues that they're legislating on. And so my thinking is if it's what your legislators are using to understand social issues, then it's certainly a tool that you could use to understand your legislatures, right? So anyway, those 3 are out there. We'll, in a separate video, dig down into specifically how to use and take full advantage of those, but I wanted to make those available to you. One note, if you're following these links from off campus, maybe from home or a work computer or maybe a mobile device, you're going to be prompted to log in with your own state username and password. So just be sure that if you ever see a screen that's asking for a username and password, the screen will look like this. Here, let me pull this up for you. The screen will look like this. That's where it's asking for your own state username and password. That's what this is about, kind of a high-level overview, trying to get you oriented to a topic, help you kind of understand the context a little bit. The next tab here are some featured books. This is really just meant to kind of whet your appetite for the kinds of books we have in our collection. I tried to feature some books that are sort of just very current, very recent, and represent the kinds of ways that we think about American government and the democratic experience in America. So just a handful of books, just really just kind of a representative sample. I'll show you later how to find way more than that. The next tab over is called Featured Collections. And these are really sort of like the deeper dive information finding tools. Things like Academic OneFile, again, CQ Researcher, Opposing Viewpoints in Context, and Social Sciences Full Text. These are the tools you're going to reach for whenever you're trying to get down to the article level inside the scholarly journals and the magazines and newspapers to kind of keep track of what's going on, what's currently happening right now on a given issue, and what is the scholarly peer-reviewed expert take on a given topic. So these tools are really, really important, really useful. And again, I'll come back in a separate video to kind of dig down in each of these. The last tab here for you is websites. And I haven't tried to be exhaustive, but I have tried to kind of represent really just kind of two categories of information. One is data and statistics. One of the jobs of the federal government is to keep track of things. They do a lot of information gathering around census information about population, demographics, but they also keep track of a lot of economic data, job reports, and how healthy is the economy. And all of that information is available through the statistical abstract or the U.S. Census Bureau. So I put those links there. And then I thought it was also helpful to have easy direct access to the actual official sites of the federal government. So the legislative, judicial, and executive branches of government. And then note down there below, the USA.gov is really the federal government's portal to all the various bureaus and agencies that make the government work. So if you're looking for a starting place, those could be really good places to get started. Anyway, that's just a quick little preview of what this guide is for. Again, you can follow the path that I took you to, or you can just follow the link, library.roanstate.edu/political science. And it's meant to be kind of just an orientation to the different types of tools that are available in the library. My bottom line is this is where you're going to get started, but it's probably not where you're going to stop. And at some point, you're going to get stuck. And so my bottom line, the most important thing that I can leave you with is when you get stuck, because you're going to get stuck, don't stay stuck. That's what I'm here for. I'm ready to help. So just let me know. Okay, I look forward to working with you. More later on how to use these specific tools, okay? All right, take care.